Hello everybody, I would like to detail here my stay at the Norbreck Castle Hotel in Blackpool, England, and if you're interested in staying there, I urge you watch till the end before you decide on whether to book there or not. Hope this helps, folks. Right, so I'm just going to read my complaint in its entirety, which I sent to them via their website, the Britannia Hotels website. Subject, huge complaint. Hi, I was due to stay at your Norbreck Castle Hotel in Blackpool from the 22nd of the 10th 21 until the 26th of the 10th 21, but at around 11 o'clock on the 25th of the 10th 21, I felt I had no option but to leave with my 8-year-old son due to a complete lack of care for my son's and my own safety. My booking reference is from bookings.com if that helps with this. Aside from other issues I can kind of tolerate in a large hotel during a school holiday, on the night of the 25th, room 461 next to my room 459 had a massive argument start spilling out into the corridor, all of which concerned my sleepy son. Shortly after, a huge violent fight sounded to have broken out, with the room seemingly being destroyed and sounding like the combatants would actually burst through our wall. So, with growing concern on my son's face, I called down to the front desk. This rings for over 10 minutes without answer. Next, I Google a number for the hotel, a premium rate number, and try to contact the reception that way. This again just rings for several minutes. I was close to calling the police as a 999. Not wanting to leave my room and subject my son to a potential fist fight in action, but without a phone response, I had no choice but to take him from his bed, in his pyjamas, down to the front desk and inform the single member of staff about the incident. He did send security up, but when I mentioned how long I'd been trying to contact the desk, he gave some pathetic excuse about having an incident at the desk and being told not to answer the phone. When I arrived back at my room, 3 security guards were talking to what seemed like 2 men and a woman to have them promise there would be no more fighting. Really? So now, there I am, a slightly built single parent, expecting now to spend the night next to a violent group whom I'd just complained about. People who had no problem throwing each other around the room. So what would they do to a stranger? No thanks. I went back to the front desk to ask to be moved, to be told there's nothing that can be done. I could call the desk if there's a problem. Well, I'd already tried that and had no confidence in trying it again for such a serious matter. So, to guarantee the safety of my child, I had to leave, disappointing him, leaving me paying for a hotel, breakfast, car parking and travel which I didn't use, and a premium phone call I didn't want to make, and with a near 3-hour drive at night after a very long day on the pleasure beach. So to say I'm not happy with how I was treated is an understatement. But I'm a reasonable man. You may notice my email address. Yes, I really have created norebreckcastlehotel@gmail.com. And a YouTube channel, Norbreck Castle Hotel. But I don't really want to use that as a forum to publicise the video and sound recordings I have. But I don't want people to believe you don't tolerate violent behaviour in your hotels and don't care about young children. Which, from my experience, you don't. Please, I'm sure you can be better than what I've seen. All I request is compensation for what I've lost, as a minimum. And I'll simply not speak of my experience at the Norbreck Castle Hotel or open the floor for others to speak of theirs, of which I'd overheard many complaints in my short time there. I hope you see this as a great opportunity to improve, not just my opinion of you, but as a business. Regards. Now I'll move on to their response from Britannia Hotels, who are the overriding company that own the Norbreck Castle Hotel. And instead of just reading all through this, I will stop at certain points and add my feeling into what I think. So, good morning. Further to your latest communication regarding your stay at the hotel. I'd firstly like to apologise for any failure to meet your expectations during your time with us. We pride ourselves on providing an excellent customer service and endeavour to meet all our guests' expectations, and I'm sorry for any shortfall on this occasion. Well, let's just stop there. We pride ourselves on providing an excellent customer service. Now, bearing in mind, I was on the internal phone down to the front desk for over 10 minutes. Just ringing, no answer at all. Then I use the premium rate phone number off Google, a website there, which was at the time the first number I could come across to contact the hotel. And again, this wasn't answered. So you say you pride yourselves on providing excellent customer service. I can't believe that statement at all, because if you did pride yourselves on providing excellent customer service, your staff would know to answer the phone. That's a given. Any business. If you don't answer the phone, you are A, going to be losing potential new customers, and B, as in my case, really annoying those that have paid good money to you already. So I really don't believe that statement at all, that they pride themselves in providing excellent customer service, because I didn't see it, it didn't happen. So you don't have pride in it, otherwise you would have trained your staff to deal with these situations, and you haven't. And equally, as I say, 11 o'clock at night, I can't imagine they were having loads of calls. The member of staff that was there did look quite shocked when I'd said how long I'd been trying on the phone, in the I've been rumbled sort of look. Couldn't say they were terribly sorry, they were really busy dealing face to face with customers and they were on their own, they're short staffed due to COVID, giving some sort of reasonable excuse. They gave the answer of, we were instructed not to answer the phone. Can't believe why that'd be, why you might possibly have some issue with somebody phoning you. Right. And again, the fact of, you pride yourself in customer service. There's only one person on the front desk trying to deal with people who were still booking in and have to answer the phone and have to deal with the numerous amount of people who are finding they didn't have towels in their room and had heating issues. It's nonsense. So, next line. I can appreciate your frustration with some of the issues raised. Some of the issues? What don't you appreciate my frustration of? Yes, and can assure you we welcome all feedback, and all points raised will be investigated and changes made where necessary. Again, another spin-off line in the changes made where necessary. I can pretty much guarantee you the outcome of this is we don't need to make any changes. Because if they did feel there was a good business would detail, we see our shortcomings, this is what we've done about it. So, another sort of nonsense line. Next. Unfortunately, we cannot control the behaviour of other guests within the hotel. Okay, yeah, I kind of understand that. But equally, if, as I say, and as I pointed out in my email to them, I accepted some of the issues that were going on with it being a summer holiday or a school holiday, because there were children running up and down the corridor, knocking on doors, running and hiding. You know, an annoyance, but kids will be kids. You know, yeah, not ideal, but I do not expect you to tolerate people destroying your hotel in the vicinity of young children, having that spill out into the corridors, which did actually have cameras on, and it was clear, just like there was nobody really at the front desk. There was nobody watching the security cameras because they weren't aware of what was going on. And as I say, for it to be so loud and violent, that it genuinely seemed that one of the people in the room was going to come through the wall. It was that loud. The rooms are very small, they're very close. It seemed like just plasterboard partitioning. Yeah, you might not be able to control everyone, but the least you should be able to do if you have children there is offer them some protection from other guests. It carries on. We were made aware of the issue on your floor, and our security dealt with the issue as soon as we were informed of the situation. Yes, but you were informed of it by me. And if I'd phoned, you'd come straight up and dealt with it. My son would not have had a look of panic and fear on his face and clear wondering what was going on when I'm trying to tell him we are going to get some people up here, some support to come and help, and not having the people answer. It's just not acceptable. And to say that they dealt with the issue as soon as they were informed. As the security officers questioning and everything I heard in the time I was there, which is why I had to pack up, was getting these people to promise they wouldn't fight again. Really? That's your response? No, we're going to have to split you up. Someone's going to have to leave. We do not want your type staying in the hotel. I'm sorry, you all have to go. Their idea of dealing with it is just promise you don't do it again. Again, not acceptable. And then they carry on. In an effort to redeem our good name, don't think it's going to happen, I'd like to offer you well, you say redeem your good name. I didn't even believe or suggest that you had a good name. You were down as something like a 3-star on the Google reviews. Really, the cost of the hotel, aligned with the fact my son liked the idea of somewhere looking like a castle, is the reason why you were chosen, and the fact you had parking, of which I would like to add, everybody, while they do say there is parking on site, they don't mention you have to pay additionally for it, which was something like a £10 or £15 a day charge. And even if you've paid for the 3 nights, 7 nights, however long you wanted to stay there in advance, they don't guarantee you're going to have a space there, because there is nowhere near enough spaces for the amount of rooms they have. So that was another kind of downside to the place, but that's a side note. So yes, in an effort to redeem our good name, I would like to offer you a preferential rate for a future visit to the hotel with a complimentary room upgrade and a bottle of house wine. I can also open this offer to our 2 sister hotels in Blackpool, the Metropole, closed until New Year, or the Savoy. Right. So, let's get this straight. I've said how wholly unhappy I am that my son did not feel safe staying in your hotel, that you did not respond to calls for help, because let's imagine I was actually attacked and could not get out of my room, or my son was injured in the room on a totally separate matter, nothing at all to do with fighting somewhere else, and you do not even answer the phone. Wholly unacceptable. Yes, a preferential rate and complimentary room upgrade and a bottle of house wine. Well, that's presuming everybody drinks. I'm a single parent, as I say. I like to keep a clear head when protecting my child and trying to give him a good time, so the house wine is no use. And again, offering it to the other hotels. But the crux of this is, I've made a complaint saying I didn't feel safe in your hotel. My son really did not feel safe in your hotel. And your response is, well, give us some more money then. You absolutely have to be kidding. I will never spend another penny in any of the Britannia Hotels chain. And I am here now on this forum, YouTube, to inform other parents that if you have children, and again, Britannia Hotels are a massive chain, of which these are just a few hotels, and this is clearly a generic sort of reply. I urge you not to use any Britannia hotels if you have children, or certainly if you love and care for your children, because their safety is absolutely paramount. As I say, I'm a slightly built gentleman, I am a single dad, there's just me and my child in the room. While I would have loved to stay and give him an extra day there, his safety is my paramount importance. If a place I'm staying does not make him or me feel safe while I am there, I will not be going there I will not be going back, and I would never recommend anybody to use that business, whatever it is, ever. And that is my recommendation in this video. These are my findings. As you can see, they do confirm there was an issue, and that security dealt with it. But again, this is just a blanket sort of response, because there is no, like I say, there is no detail into any necessary changes if they feel they might make. Because again, I'm an old man as well. I know full well it will be, well, we don't need to change anything. But the thing they equally forget is, if either of the fighting people actually came to serious harm or passed away in that hotel, imagine the bad press they would get. That was something I was trying to protect them from, and I may have actually protected them from that. And instead of being told, well, we're sorry you lost out on the cost of your room, and the other things I paid for that I did not get to enjoy on that final day, their response is, give us more money. No, Britannia. Terrible policies. Your pride is misplaced. It does not work. You clearly think you are better than what the actual truth of your staffing standards are. And I would now just like to open this up. I'll say I will put the email address in the description. The comment section is always open. Please, anybody, do feel free to leave your comments on your stay at any of the Britannia hotels. Maybe it's me expecting too much. Maybe they are really just in it for the money and don't care what happens in their hotels as long as they can stay open. Or tease people with a bottle of wine to come back and spend several hundred more pounds with them. That's not going to work on me. But yes, please, everybody, feel free to email me if you have any of your own videos or sound segments or comments, whatever you found staying in the hotels, good or bad. I don't want this just to be a one-sided slating of, let's say, the Norbreck Hotel. This one was. And I am open to see people who have had great experiences there, if there are any. But certainly at the time I was there, I didn't hear anybody really with anything positive to say about the place. From an overwhelming smell of damp when you walked in the reception, to countless people not having clean towels in their room, to being unable to change any heating in their rooms, and I heard a number of people on the trams saying that they were either roasting hot or freezing cold. I was kind of in the hot part of the hotel, so I opened the window a little bit, which managed to keep things okay. But again, you know, or any complaints seem to fall on deaf ears. Not impressed. So, thank you very much for watching and listening to my ramblings on. And while yes, this may seem a little bit vindictive, but if it was just me there having a good time, or had a bad time, I'd just notch it up to experience and not worry about it. But children are the most important thing in our lives. We need collectively to protect them, make sure they're safe, don't have any fear of people and surroundings or of getting hurt, and that they can enjoy growing up laughing and smiling, which is not an experience the Norbreck Hotel has given. So, my duty to other parents, and particularly other children, to enjoy growing up and having great holidays, leads me to put this video up. Thank you very much, everybody. Do take care, stay safe. Peace, everybody.